So when I think about speaking and like what my priority is, it's really understanding who's in the chair and how I can connect to them. Because when I think about it, I only ever speak to who is listening. I don't speak to what I want to say. I speak to what's actually going to matter to the person in the chair and the person that's actually giving me their time and attention. And so I really try to understand what's going on for that person. Not necessarily at the individual level, but kind of at the cross section. Okay, this is the rough demographic. These are younger professionals. These are seasoned professionals. These are people who are looking for a career change. These are someone who's just adopted a new job responsibility, whatever it is. And then I also look at, well, what's the experience they just had? Oh, wait, this is the end of a 3-day conference and this is the last session? Okay, well, that's a totally different energy they're going to have than this is session number 1 on a 1-day conference. So, or the session right before lunch or right after lunch, or worse, the one right before happy hour. So I try to understand not just them as a person, but in the context in which they're having this, in which we're going to engage each other. And what I also try to do is really respond to the energy. So I show up, and even though I have a plan, if the energy in the room is different, I follow the energy in the room. And so there's some instances where I think I'm going to be up and I'm going to be walking in the crowd and I'm going to be talking to people and I might sit on someone's lap, like all the fun stuff. And you get there and it is somber, and it's like, well, that's not going to work. Like, this feels like a C-SPAN broadcast. It's not going to be appropriate. And then other times where you can feel the energy is just vibrating in the room, and it's like, well, I don't want to stay distant. I want to insert myself into that and really connect with everybody. And one of the things I love is when I ask for feedback from the audience. You ask a question or someone has a question and they're giving feedback. I love to celebrate the contributions from other people in the room. So when I ask, it might sound like a rhetorical question when I'm like, well, who agrees with me? I don't want just the, it's like, I like the response of I do, I don't. And to have that kind of frothy dialogue because it's real. And that's what people remember, is being seen and being heard, both as an audience member and as the speaker. Like, being heard, they don't need to speak for me to hear them. If I can identify what their experience is, they feel seen and heard. And so that's a big part of the connection that I bring to speaking engagements.